So today I've got this package of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that arrived that should be pretty cool, I think. I'm going to do my best to not show the shipping label. But what this is all first edition cards. They're vintage. And there's actually quite a few pretty big LOB cards in here. I actually found this on Card Market. And it's pretty hard usually to find North American versions of old school cards on Card Market, let alone good condition ones, and then you also typically have to pay quite a premium. But I was just randomly checking one night and I found this seller that had quite a few first edition vintage cards that I was looking for, and they were listed as being LOB dash whatever the three numbers. So I just assumed that given the price they were listed for, they must be the Asian English version, because that would kind of explain the very reasonable price. But I asked for some pictures and they actually turned out to be the North American version. So that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to checking these out. And the pictures looked like they were in, pretty decent shape too. I'm moving my camera now. But yeah, hopefully the condition is as good as it looked. That would be pretty sweet. This package is pretty expensive. All of the things in here came out to about $680 US. So it is a lot of money, but for the cards that are in here, it's I feel like a very good deal. Alright, so we got this box out of the way. Got some bubble wrap here. Let's take this tape off. For this one, I was okay with paying for premium shipping. So you'll see on top here, there's the Celtic Guardian. That's one of the most desirable super rares, I believe, from LOB. Probably next to like Flame Swordsman. Let's get these out, take a look at them. Okay, so first up we've got the Celtic Guardian. First edition, LOB, North American version. The condition looks good in the sleeve, but what if we take it out? I'm just gonna do it like this. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. It was listed as being, basically perfect. And that's how it looks to me. Yeah, that's cool. I'm impressed with this one. So this one, it was fairly expensive, but given the price of a Celtic Guardian and the condition of this, I feel like it was quite a good deal. It was around 100 euros. I feel like it could be graded though. Like, this is very good condition. I don't expect to get it graded just because I'm not really a fan of graded cards, but definitely happy to have that. So next is this, I'm gonna put, whatever. Next is a Dark Hole. I do already have a first edition LOB Dark Hole, but it's not in that good of condition. This one is supposed to be pretty decent. Yeah, it looks nice. There's a little bit of marks on the side, but yeah, wow. That's cool. For this this seller, like I said, I just assumed they would have to be Asian English based on the price. So I asked for photos, and they sent me photos of, I believe, the Celtic Guardian, Mystical Elf here, Polymerization, and I saw that they were actually in the condition that they were listed as, because typically you'll see something as, you know, near mint or excellent, but it's going to be like way worse condition than they listed. But these were actually in the condition they were listed for. So I didn't even bother asking for photos of the other cards, because I could tell that the seller grades their cards properly, which is, you know, nice. Polymerization is cool. I did not have a first edition polymerization, so I'm happy to get this one. It's in nice shape too. It's not, this one isn't, out of all of the first edition LOB cards here, this is going to be the worst condition one. But, I mean, even so, it's in pretty good shape. Put that back in. The Mystical Elf, this is a cool one. This is another one that's supposed to be basically perfect. Nice. Yeah, it looks great. Cool. It kind of looked like the seller was, I guess, getting out of the game or something, because they had basically a whole collection of vintage cards available, so I grabbed a whole bunch of them. So I got this Curse of Dragon too. I also do have a Curse of Dragon already, but once again, not in near mint condition, and this one is supposed to be perfect as well. And it looks like it is. That's cool. Curse of Dragon is one that's somewhat special to me, because I remember when I first, when the game was brand new, Curse of Dragon, I think that's the first super rare card that I ever got. I know I had one, like I got the starter deck, the Yugi one, so Curse of Dragon is in that. So for the longest time, I thought that my super rare Curse of Dragon came from that starter deck. But I just didn't know that it came from the booster packs. So in the starter deck, you get just a common one with no foiling on it. So eventually I realized this foil one that I had did not come from the starter deck. So it was actually rarer than I thought it was. Let's go with this first edition Lord of D, just because it was pretty cheap. See, it is the European version one, but it's first edition, so that's cool. Not perfect condition, but it is pretty good. Axe of Despair, that's cool. Come on, focus camera, please, thank you. I did not have this in first edition either, so I'm happy to get that. I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit here, so you can only really see the top of my head. Just grabbed another Forceful Sentry, because it was a pretty decent price. Seemed like it was worth getting. There's a little mark in the corner there, but that's okay. Same with Megamorph. Do have a first edition one of these already, but if I can find one for a decent price, I'll take it. Toon Mermaid, I did not have this in first edition. That's cool to get. So you can see there's quite a few cards here. I also appreciate how they're all in perfect fits. Get rid of these scissors. I love the feel of cards in perfect fits. Just so satisfying. And that's how I like to store them too. So I can just put these right into my binder. Nice. There's the Toon Mermaid and the Toon Summoned Skull. Both of these are fairly valuable. Like, I mean, to get it in mint condition, you're looking at, probably close to $100 in first edition. And so the Toon Mermaid was pretty sweet, and the Toon Summoned Skull, I actually did have an opportunity to buy one of these for quite a while, actually. But I just kept on passing up on it. It was pretty cheap too. It was like 40 or 50 Canadian dollars. So eventually that sold, and I missed out on it, and I was kind of kicking myself for not buying it when I could. So to get this one now, pretty sweet. Mahavilo, or Velo, I don't know how you pronounce it. I actually just ordered one of these for more than I bought this one for, but now I guess I have two. But once again, the price was just so reasonable that I'm fine with just getting a second one. Same with this confiscation here. Grab an extra one of these, Messenger of Peace. Here's some cards that I did not have though. Chain Destruction. Nice to see it's the North American version. For these, there's some Pharaoh Servant and Labyrinth of Nightmare cards. Huh, that mark is on the card, that's weird. It's got like a big Sharpie mark on it or something there. It was pretty cheap though. Other than that, it's in nice condition. But I didn't know if these were going to be the North American version or the European one, so it's nice to see that it's North American. Premature Burial, that's a nice one to pick up. Didn't have that in first edition. You know, you can see it's got some play to it, but overall it's nice. Fair Meteor Cross, that's a nice and cheap one. Card of Safe Return. Is this going to be... Nice, it is the North American version. That's awesome. Labyrinth of Nightmare and Pharaoh Servant also, I feel like these as a whole are pretty undervalued. Mage Power. Oh, this is the European one, that sucks, but, you know, it's still cool. In pretty decent shape. Ryoku Field? I don't know. This is the European one. And then there's some cards here that I think these might all be duplicates of ones that I have already. Rope of Life. Samurai. Statue of the Wicked. I actually did not have this, so, you know, fills out the set. Barrel Dragon. This is a good one. First edition North American MRD. This card is quite valuable if you can get it in good condition. You can see this one's definitely got some play to it. But once again, for the price, I'm happy with it. This was I feel like, a very good deal. I believe this card was 15 euros. Tribute to the Doomed. It's a good one. Well, I mean, this card actually is quite cheap compared to the rest of the cards in the set. I think it's one of the cheapest foil cards in Metal Raiders first edition. But still pretty cool. Got a Catapult Turtle. Diffusion Wave Motion. Zed Metal Tank. So we're going into some Magician's Force. Some Dark Crisis. Got a Blast held by a Tribute. You know, nothing fancy, but, you know, it's a first edition vintage ultra rare card from one of the first sets. Spear Dragon. Legacy of Darkness. My personal favorite set. Did not have this one in first edition. How do you pronounce this? Lavia Dragon? Daedalus? It's in nice shape. Got a Reload from Invasion of Chaos. Big Burn. This one is quite cheap, even in first edition, but yeah, I'll take it. And a Trap Jammer. So that's pretty cool, yeah. I mean, overall, I'm quite happy with this lot of cards. It's pretty sweet to get these LOB cards. They're in very nice condition. First edition. Got I think there's just the one MRD card with the Barrel Dragon. It's another big one though. Some MRL. It's a little disappointing to see, you know, this thing has that weird mark on it. And the Mage Power and this thing being the European version, but you know, there's still good cards to have, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet lot. Definitely looking forward to adding these to the binder. Alright, well, I guess that's about it for this lot of cards. So, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later.